Pierre Poilievre, who is the leader of, I think it's the minority right now in Canada, running for prime minister, and hopefully will win. He is a tremendous friend of Israel and the Jewish people, and even more significantly, because these two things go together, he is a friend of clarity and common sense, doing things that actually make sense. And he's not someone who's lost in philosophical ideas that sound very impressive and very admirable, but actually don't work on the ground. And here he's being asked about Hamas. Let's watch his response.
Your deputy leader, Melissa Landsman, referred to a weekend counter-protest at Nathan Phillips Square in Toronto as a protest in support of Hamas, which Canada has listed as a terrorist organization. And she says there is no place for such protests in Canada, and that she would like to see the police enforcement on this. I wonder, do you agree with her, and how would that work? Thank you.
I think all of us were outraged to see celebrations of the evil, sadistic terrorist attacks on Israeli civilians. Common sense conservatives understand that Hamas is a vicious, criminal, terrorist organization, and we must do everything we can to defeat that terrorism and protect Canadians here at home and across the world. And now I should also point out that Hamas has called for a global campaign of terror. I'm encouraged to hear that police across Canada are working to protect the Jewish community against potential terrorist attacks here at home. I am encouraged to hear that there is a strong police presence at Jewish schools, Jewish community centers, and at synagogues. I hope that all police and security forces will be ready and on guard to protect and prevent against terrorist attacks here in Canada. We have to expect the unexpected, and that is why conservatives call for all three levels of government to do everything in their power to prevent a terrorist attack here on Canadian soil. Thank you.
Okay, follow-up question.
Like what you said about the protest, and we are all aware that the France has already imposed a ban on these kind of protests. And do you think Canada should follow the same footsteps? We should do the same.
We, as conservatives, believe in freedom of assembly, freedom of speech, freedom of association. People are free to state their own opinions, even opinions that I find abhorrent. That said, I'm free to state my opinion, which is that Hamas is a sadistic, terrorist death cult, and it must be defeated. And I find it abhorrent that anyone in Canada or anywhere else would show their support for Hamas. I will add, though, it is already a criminal offense to provide material support to a listed terrorist entity. That includes Hamas. So if anybody is found to provide, that's, whether it's a donation or recruitment or coordination or any other material support to Hamas, then the police must enforce the anti-terror laws and arrest them for that criminal code offense. Thank you.
What's so beautiful is that he's calm and he is clear. He said, well, anyone can have their view on Hamas. That's what conservative approach is: freedom of speech, freedom of thought. You can express that you side with this or that. I also have the right to my opinion. That's a key point, because very often what we find is that people insist on the right to their opinion by shutting down everyone else's opinion. That's A. And number two, he makes it very clear: any material support, which can be the smallest of things, even if it's a donation, that is an offense, because you're actually aiding a terrorist organization, and that's something that we all need to uphold fully if we want to eradicate this evil.